Macklin Rutger Vale was known by many names in his lifetime. To the gnomes he was the Grand Redeemer, to the dwarves the hero under the mountain. The elves recognized him as the High Sheriff of Mistcan-Rilliere. But to his nation of loyal subjects he was the King of Mistvale. Born to a family of fading nobility in the ancient city of Gothenburg, the young Vale so distinguished himself in that city's police services that he was promoted to the rank of High Sheriff for Life of the southern frontier, a region which had recently been conquered by an evil cult, who had enslaved the local gnome population and forced them to build engines of war used to attack all life. Vale assembled a rebel army of soldiers and set to war using guerrilla tactics in order to liberate the gnomes and their key leaders. He allied with other nations, like the dwarves under the mountain, and as the general of this combined army he proved a decisive tactician, waging war on the false king and crushing the cult. Peace was returned to the land. Vale proved an able administrator, forging a coalition government, but the assembled leaders petitioned him to be their king, and he was coronated as such, the King of Mistvale. Vale immediately set to work restoring damaged cultural touchstones and establishing the peace. But challenges faced the young kingdom. First, fire giants, a challenge found wanting. As other problems arose in these early years, the young king faced them in his own unique idiom. Through the years, trade between the southern frontier and the northern kingdoms flourished, and times were good. Vale was able to begin civic projects of his own, building a retreat in the southwest of the kingdom. When the dragon Agromax forced the merfolk of Lake Obadobin to emerge and attack coastal villages, the king wasted no time bringing the head of the dragon to the merfolk. When they told him his twin brother Kolajak still lived and tormented them, he teamed up and they killed him as well. The merfolk promised fealty to the young king. 20 years later, when the Dragon Queen Ferax emerged from her sleep and found her twin sons dead, she sought revenge. She failed to find it. When portals to the abyss began to open across the land, it was the decades-long example of bravery set by the king that encouraged his subjects to fight back and defend themselves. And it was the old king himself, though in his 13th decade of life, seen on the front line slaying demons with his ancient blade. Suspecting a greater power behind the plot, the company of the king discovered an undead beholder and slayed him beneath Mount Wolverton. The beholder in its death throes ignited the magma of the mountain, and tumbling rock blocked the pass to the northern kingdom. But for years peace returned to the land, and at 154 years of age, the good King Vale, the Centaurian king, passed into history.